So today we are going to learn progressions. Progressions is the last part of numbers that we're going to learn. Because numbers, since we have been studying numbers, we are basically trying to understand what are different types of numbers, what are their properties, how they can be played with in order to find certain details about the numbers, how are different sorts of numbers related with one another, right? यही सारा चीजें पढ़ने का हमारा pursuit है, right? So as a part of the same thing, right? So as a part of the same thing, we are also going to learn progressions. Okay? Progressions basically means how when a series of number is given in a certain sequence, there is a certain rule that they follow in order so that the sequence should progress, and that is what progression means. ठीक है? तो क्या होता है ना कि कुछ basic है इसका which everybody should understand. Whenever so what happens is whenever I put, let's say, some numbers in a certain sequence, right? I put it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Now look at this sequence and you're like, okay, in this sequence, all the numbers are natural numbers. The numbers are progressing with the rule of +1, right? कि +1, +1, +1, +1, +1 ऐसे करके आगे आगे numbers बढ़ रहे हैं, right? तो वो rule these are following. वैसे ही there are different sorts of rules that are followed and फिर हम उसको progressions बोलते हैं, ठीक है? So what is a progression? Progression is a sequence of numbers that is going ahead for our understanding in the scope of CAT exam. Whatever we are going to learn, I'm telling you in capacity of that, right? So progressions basically is a sequence of numbers that progresses ahead. For example, this is moving as +3, +3, +3. है ना? This is moving ahead as into 2, into 2, right? So we are going to learn a sequence of numbers that progresses ahead following a certain rule, and that is what's progression, right? For our exam, we are going to learn 3 types of progressions primarily. First is arithmetic progression, right? What is arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression is the one where the number, the sequence goes ahead following a certain common number that is added, consecutively added or subtracted. For example, you can have 2 + 3 5 + 3 8 + 3 11 and so on. Or let's say 2 - 3 - 3 - 3 and so on. So you can either add or subtract. It's the same thing, but the difference between two terms is constant. That is what we call as arithmetic progression. This is what +3 and this is what -3. The difference between any two terms is constant. We call it arithmetic progression. The second thing we are going to learn is geometric progression. Geometric progression is the one in which two consecutive terms have the same ratio, right? Let's say we have 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32, and so on. So they are progressing ahead because you are multiplying 2. Similarly, you could also be dividing. It's like 2, 1, 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, and so on. So here what's happening is that you're dividing by 2. Right? This is how terms are associated with one another. And the third you learn is harmonic progression. Harmonic progression is such where consecutive terms ka reciprocal is in arithmetic progression, right? Like 1/2, 1/5, 1/8, 1/11, and so on. If you take reciprocal of these terms, so 2, 5, 8, 11, they are in arithmetic progression, right? So inka reciprocal harmonic progression jata hai. So these are the 3 different types of progressions we are going to learn in the scope of CAT exam: arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic progressions, right? Did you note this much down? Can we move ahead? Yes, we can move ahead. Now there are common terms. What are common terms? There are certain common terms that are used in the progressions. Common terms as in the first term is called A. The first term is named as A. Okay? Any nth term in the sequence is called as Pn. Okay? Then we have last term denoted by the letter L. Right? These are some common terms that we should know. Like let's say there is any series 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, and so on. The first term of the series is, if this series is going on till let's say 18 only, so then 18 will be the last term. It can be a finite series or an infinite series. If the series is finite, it means it will have a last term. It is infinite, we won't have a last term. And what is nth term? Nth term is any term. Like T1, we can have T2, T3, T4, and T5. T1 is 2, T2 is 6, T3 is 10, and so on and so forth. Fair? Understood? So these are certain things that we should know. Apart from that, we have Sn. Sn is sum of first n terms. Right? Let's say if I have to take sum of first 5 terms, I'll denote it as S5, which will be 2 plus 6 plus 10 plus 14 plus 18 in this case. Okay? This is what Sn means. Sum of first n terms. It can be any Sn T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. Because these are also 5 terms, we will call it S5. No. First n terms only. So अगर S5 निकाल रहे हैं तो T1 से लेकर T5. First 5 terms का sum you can find. So this is how common terms of a progression are involved. These are the symbols that you should know. And we are going to use these symbols quite a lot. Apart from that, there is one more peculiar term that will exist for arithmetic and geometric progression respectively. But we'll see what those terms are ahead. Okay, so now coming to arithmetic progression. So arithmetic progression is what we just saw. Arithmetic progression is the one wherein we have the consecutive terms. The difference consecutive terms is same. The difference between consecutive terms, any two consecutive numbers is same, then we will call it as arithmetic progression, right? So there is a so let's say that is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. So here it is plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, right? So here the difference between Tn minus 1 is always some common difference. So when it comes to arithmetic progression, we introduce one more variable here, and that variable is called common difference D. Apart from the other terms like A, Tn, Sn, right, L, all of that, we also have a common difference D. How? The difference of any term and its previous term is constant. Okay? That is what arithmetic progression is. Okay? Now, there is a formula for how can we find any random Tn and any random Sn for arithmetic progression, right? We should increase the thickness of the pen. It will look better. Okay, so Tn is given as A plus n minus 1 into D. Where A is the first term, n is the number of terms that you're trying to find, and D is the common difference. So, in an arithmetic progression, Tn is given as A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, and similarly, Sn is given as n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. It is also equal to n by 2 into a plus L in case of finite series, first and last. Understood? Yes. So this is how the Tn and Sn of arithmetic progression is indicated. Very, very important. So we learn arithmetic progression is a progression in which the difference between any two consecutive terms is same and it is written as D, that is common difference. And the sum for Tn and Sn for arithmetic progression is as given. Okay. Basis that, let us solve a few questions. It says S10, we have to find. We have to find sum of first n numbers for this series. Now, the series we know is plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. So we can see that this is an AP, right? Because the difference between two consecutive terms is same, we know it is an AP. So since we know it is an AP, we have to find Sn, which is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. We just learned. What is n? You have to find S10. What is A? A is the first term, that is 1. What is the common difference? Common difference is 4, right? So S10 will be given as 10 by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 is 9 into D, which is 4. So this is 5 into 36, 38, which is 190. So your answer is 190. The sum of first 10 terms of this series will be 190. Good. Now next, it says find the sum from T11 to T20. we have to find from T11 to T20. So this would this be S20? No, because S20 is first term से 20th term तक. So this is not S20. But can I write it as S20 minus S10? Yes, I can. Because sum of first 20 terms minus sum of first 10 terms will give you sum of 11th term to 20th term. Right? So one way to calculate it is to find S20 and S10 and subtract it. Okay. What is second way? Second way is you can find what is T11, you can find what is T20 and use the other formula for sum, which was n by 2 into a plus l. ये भी था ना एक first term plus last term. So that also you can do. है ना? There are multiple ways to do it. Or you can find this T11, consider that as the first term of the series and find S10 then. Because 11 to 20 will be 10 terms if we consider T11 as A. Right? So there are multiple ways to solve it. Do you understand all the ways? How did you solve? Did you use the method that is written? Or did you do A and L wala method? Or you just found A and then solved from here? How did you solve this one? Oh. Okay. So this is how you are supposed to do it. So you are supposed to find. Okay, very good. सबने अलग-अलग method use करी है. सबने अलग-अलग method use करी है. We can use this one first, right? So let us find what is S20. S20 will be 20 by 2. 20 by 2. Again, सबसे पहले तो determine करना चाहिए -3, -3, -3. This is also an AP with common difference as -3. N by 2 into 2A, that is 2 times of 11, 2A plus N minus 1, that is 19. 20 minus 1 will be 19 into D is -3. So this is 10 into 22 minus, what is 19 threes are? What is 19 threes are? 57. So this is minus 50. This is minus 57. What do you get? You get 35. So this is minus 35. So this is minus 350. And then what is S10? S10 is 10 by 2 into again 2A plus N minus 1 here. 10 minus 1 is 9 into minus 3. Which is how much? Which is 5 into 22 minus 27. Which is 5. And now to minus 25. So our answer will be S20 minus S10. Which is minus 350 minus plus 25, which is minus 320. This should be your answer. Even if you don't use this method and you use T11 as A, find out what T11 will be. And if you don't use this method and we use the other method instead, what will we do is we'll find T11 is A plus N minus 1 into D. What is A? What was A? A was 11, right? A was 11. So 11 plus 10 into D is minus 3. That is 11 minus 30. This is how much? I'll put the maths results off. This is how much? 19. So you get minus 19 as the thing. So abhi you can find S10. S10 because you are finding from T11 to T20 such that you are taking A as T11. So it will be N by 2 into 2A, that is 2 times of minus 19 plus N minus D, which is 9 into D minus D, which is 10 by 2 into minus 38 minus 27. Right? What is this? This is 565. That is minus 650 divided by 2. That is minus 320. Right? Did you get the same answer? Yes, we did. Of course. Right? This was the second method. What was the third method to solve it? Third method to solve it was finding T11 and finding T20. T20 is A plus N minus 1 into D. That is 11 minus 57. Which is how much? It is 46. Minus 46. So, now S10 would be 10 by 2 into A plus L. It is 10 by 2 into 60 minus 65. Again minus 3. All produce the same answers. Do you understand how we did it? And how we solved it using all different formulae? Give me a thumbs up if you understood this. Yes. Right? So whoever gave me wrong answers, I hope you understood where you made your mistakes. I hope you understood where you made your mistakes. ठीक है? तो इस तरीके से हमें solve करना है. And always remember that S10, S20, it's always first term to 20th term. Okay? We'll have to adjust accordingly. Now, what's the next thing? Next thing says Radha's salary starts at rupees 500 and increases 50 per month. So, what's happening? Radha's salary is like 500 and then it becomes 550, then 600, then 650, 700, 750, and so on. 50 rupees se बढ़ रही है. And Mohan's salary starts with 600 and increases 20 rupees per month. So it started with 600, then it became 620, 640, 660, 680, and so on. Now our objective is to find out at what month will Radha's salary be more. This is Radha's salary, this is Mohan's salary. Radha's salary was less. But कौन से महीने में Radha की salary starts being bigger? This month, right? Here it reaches 700 while Mohan's salary reaches only 680. So which month it is? 5th month, right? Which month it is? 5th month. Now this we solved orally. Why? Because it was easy. But how to do it mathematically, we must know if we have bigger numbers and more complicated calculation. So nothing but we know that because the salary is increasing step by step, the salaries form an AP. Salaries form an AP. And we know that this is T1 of the AP. This is T2, this is T3, this is T4. At some point, we want Tn of Radha being greater than Tn of Mohan. Right? That is what we want. Right? So in Radha's case, Tn is given as A plus n minus 1 into T. And in Mohan's case, Tn is given as A plus n minus 1 into T. Right? And we want Radha's Tn to be greater than Mohan's Tn. So we are going to solve it like this. The 500 plus 50 n minus 50 has to be greater than, at some point has to be greater than 600 plus 20 n minus 20. Now this becomes a normal inequality to be solved. This 30 n is greater than 100 and it's greater than 100 and 50 minus 30, 130. Greater than 130. So n is greater than 130 divided by 30. So n is greater than 4 point something. Right? N is greater than 4 point something. So what is the immediate month? What is the immediate month when n is going to be bigger? N is equal to 5. Right? N is equal to 5. This is how we solve. This is how it becomes a basic inequality question. Do we have clarity? By the way, am I writing too much kitchen today or are you able to make it? I feel like it's being kitchen. Is it readable? Are you able to understand it properly? It's fine. Okay, nice. ठीक है? रोज मूड के हिसाब से हैंडराइटिंग चेंज हो जाती है. क्या करूं? सभी की होती है. मैं कुछ इससे अलग नहीं. But yeah, so this is what arithmetic progression is. Tn, Sn you must know, and you must be able to identify any arithmetic progression. And the only way to identify is this. Difference between consecutive terms need to be constant. Okay, very good. Now let us move next and learn geometric progressions. Okay, what is geometric progressions? Geometric progressions are one when the ratio between consecutive terms is same. वहां पे क्या था? Difference was same. यहाँ पे ratio has to be same. कि Tn upon Tn minus 1 is equal to R, and this R is called a common ratio. जैसे वहां common difference था ना, वैसे यहाँ पे एक new term introduce होती है which is called a common ratio. ठीक है? So for example, it's going to be say 2, 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 4 and so on. So here we know everything is multiplied by half. So common ratio is half, right? Or we can have 5, 10, 20, 40 ऐसा. यहाँ पे into 2. So common ratio is 2. यहाँ पे common ratio is half. हमेशा Tn divided by Tn minus 1 हम find out करेंगे. Fair? Understood? Now this also has, the geometric progression also has Tn and Sn formula. What is Tn? A into R raised to n minus 1. And Sn is A into R raised to n minus 1 upon R minus. These are the two formulae that we must remember. Tn is given as A into R raised to n minus 1. Well, Sn is given as A into R is to n minus 1 upon R minus 1. Understood? Very good. Now that you noted this, solve this question. What's going to happen? Here we know एक तो ये -5 है, but यहाँ से फिर और -5 हो रहा है क्या? नहीं, otherwise 0 आता तो that is not an 80. If you look at it, then this is into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Yes. Now I can say that it is a GP with a common ratio as half. So my T10 is going to be A into R raised to n minus 1. A is what? 10. And R is half. N minus 1 is 10 minus 1. So we have 10 by 2 raised to 9. This is your 10th term, right? Similarly, S10 is going to be given as A into R raised to n minus 1 upon R minus 1, which is 10 into R is half raised to n, which is 10 minus 1 upon half minus 1, which is, this is 10 into 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 1 upon minus half, right? तो माइनस हाफ को मैं ऊपर ले लू, इसको ऊपर ले लू, दिस बिकम्स -20 into 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 1, which I can make as 20 into 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to 10. This would be my answer. Fair? Understood? So wherever you have made mistakes, I hope you understand. Okay? Now somebody is asking me, the formula for GP depends on if the value of R is greater than 1 or not. No. Whole point is, if it is less than 1, then ऊपर नीचे दोनों side negative होगा, and minus minus will be subtracted. जब eliminated until end, the end become positive only, right? So it's okay. Even if this is coming as negative here, this is negative too. So at the end it's same, right? Many times people learn two formulas कि अगर R छोटा है 1 से, तो you do 1 minus R raised to n upon 1 minus R. The same thing, right? It's a negative sign taken outside. ठीक है? The formula is same. Okay? So this is the formula for Tn and Sn. Are we clear here? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, very good. Now let us learn about infinite progressions. As I told you, there are two types of progressions possible, finite and infinite. Finite is the one where there are fixed number of terms. Infinite is the one which goes on it. Right? And it is about finding the sum of infinite cases. Now let's say in case of AP, you have your common difference to be positive or common difference to be negative, right? कि value बढ़ते जा रही है या value decrease होते जा रही है. Positive में क्या होगा? Value बढ़ते जाएगी. Whatever A is, then A plus D, A plus 2D, ऐसे करके वो बढ़ते जाएगा, है ना? इसमें क्या होता है कि then sum of infinity reaches infinity, right? Because every term is increasing, becoming bigger. Negative also, यहाँ पे A plus D ही हो रहा है, but the value is decreasing because the D is negative value, so it is decreasing. As you move towards infinity, it has decreased more and more. So I can say infinite terms का sum minus infinity हो जाएगा. Do you agree with this? Yes. Okay. So in case of AP, even if your D is positive or D is negative, the sum of infinite terms is infinity only, right? Now for GP, what happens is, for GP, your R can be greater than 1 or your R can be mod of R. Huh? Mod of R मतलब positive side में 1 लो या negative, positive या negative side में, but value is 1. और या तो फिर value is less than 1. Positive value of 0 to 1 decimal में आ रहा है कुछ, ठीक है? So if it is greater than 1, let's say it's 2. So it will be A, 2A, then 4A. It will be A, 2A, 4A, 8A, and so on. It keep on increasing. Here also infinite terms will, the sum will be infinity only. Right? It will go on and on. But when the R value is a decimal, if it is a decimal, let's say A, then A by 2, then A by 4, then A by 8, A by 16, A by 32, A by 1024, A by more and more. Do you observe how the value is becoming smaller and smaller? Is the value becoming smaller and smaller? Yes. So when you go to infinity, the value after some point will start becoming so small that it will start nearing 0. The value will become so small that it will start nearing 0. You understand that logic? Do you understand this logic? that when your R is a decimal, positive decimal हो या negative decimal हो, whole point is when the denominator becomes bigger, the value of your term is going to become so small and small and small that after a point it will start nearing zero. So even if you go till infinity beyond that point, every additional number that you're adding is a zero only, right? So it means that let's say till this point, for example, you have some definite value, and उसके बाद 0.00 something, 00 something, 00 something terms आते जा रहे हैं, you're effectively you're adding zero only. So the sum is not going to change. So in this case, when your mod of your R is less than 1, matlab your R is actually between 1 and -1. It's like a decimal, positive or negative, but it's a decimal, 0 point something wala decimal. So at that point, the sum doesn't go to infinity. At some point, the sum becomes finite because for every consecutive term that you're adding to it, you're adding a zero only. So the sum is going to be fixed now, right? So in that case, we say we have a fixed sum. So here, only in the case of mod of R less than 1, matlab your R being between 1 and -1, the sum of infinite GP is given as A upon 1 minus A upon 1 minus. Understood? So after this, we are going to look at harmonic progression. Just to give you an introduction of it. So harmonic progression, as I said, ki when the reciprocal of terms forms an AP, then we say it is a harmonic progression. तुम कोई भी AP ले लो, this is an AP, +3 +3 +2, this is an AP. Now इस AP के सारे terms को तुम reciprocal ले लो, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. This will be a harmonic progression. यहाँ पे 1/4, 1/7, 1/10. Okay. So if you want to find the nth term of HP, you have to just do 1/nth term of the AP. So what you will do is, you will take the series that is given to you. You will reciprocal its term. Let's say 1/2, 1/3, 1/4 HP is given. You reciprocal it to make it the AP. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After you make it the AP, you can find the nth term of AP. And then once you find the nth term of AP, you reciprocal that back again to get the nth term of your HP. Do you understand this? Yes, very well. So that is how nth term of an HP is found out. And by the way, there is no formula for the sum of n terms of AP. Okay, SN का कोई formula नहीं है. So this is how we are going to find out the harmonic progression. In general, in exam, you will only have arithmetic and geometric progressions, right? Harmonic progression, more than progression, can come in form of means, which I will teach you later what harmonic means are, what harmonic means, arithmetic mean, geometric mean is, I'll teach you later. But meanwhile, I hope you've understood what AP, GP, HP is and what the formula of Tn and Sn for each of those is. At the same time, sum of infinite terms of a GP as well. So if you're done with this, let us solve a few questions now. Chalo, solve it. Cannot be determined. Very, very good. It is cannot be determined. Why? So I was saying that just two terms can't tell us if it is a AP, GP or HP, because if it is 1, 3, 5, it will become a AP because we have +2 happening. If it is a 1, 3 and 9, then it becomes a GP because we have 1, 3s are, 3, 3s are, this happens. If we have 1, 3 and -3, then it becomes an HP. Why? Because reciprocal is 1, 1/3 and -1/3. So now this reciprocal is an AP, right? 1 minus 2/3 is 1/3. 1/3 minus 2/3 is again -1/3. Right? -2/3 -2/3 हो रहा है यहाँ. So reciprocal अगर AP है, so then this term is an HP. So whole point is only two terms. Right? Whole point is only two terms don't tell us if it is a AP, GP or HP. We need at least 3 terms. We need at least 3 terms to determine this. है ना? I don't know what is up with this today कि अपने आप ही इसका ये change हो रहा है. It happened 2-3 times ना today. ये अपने आप ऐसे एडजस्ट हो रहा है इसका फिर. But anyway, whole point is कि we need at least 3 terms to determine if it is a AP, HP or a GP. Do you understand? Okay. So you can't conclude. Now next, it is saying find S100 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. If you look at the series, this seems like an AP because plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. But dude, अचानक से plus 3, अचानक से plus 3 हो गया. अभी तक plus 1 plus 1 था, अचानक से plus 3 हो गया. So this doesn't seem an AP. Is it a GP then? 1 into 2 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. But the 3 is given. This is not a GP either. So can this be an HP? 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. 1 by again. This is not an AP. Reciprocal of the terms is not an AP. If reciprocal of the terms is not an AP, can this be an HP? No, it can't be. Then what kind of series is this? If I don't know what kind of series is this, how can I find its sum? Okay, so here you need to understand something. Many a times in questions it can happen that different series are intermingled. Okay, intermingled का मतलब क्या है? Basically, see, if I look at alternate terms here, 1, 3, 5 seems like a AP and 2, 4, 8 is a GP here. So we have an AP and a GP existing together. Alternate terms wise, they are mixed together to form the given sequence. And we are supposed to find the sum of 100 terms of the sequence. So out of the 100 terms, we are going to have 50 terms that belong to the AP and 50 terms that belong to the given GP. So we are going to find S50 for this AP, S50 for this GP, and we're going to add both of it to find S100 for given sequence of numbers. Okay? So what is S50 of the AP? It's n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, which is 25 into 2 plus 98. That is 2500. And what is S50 of the GP given to you? It is a into r raised to n minus 1 upon r minus 1. This is 2 into 2 raised to 50 minus 1. So sum of these two, 2500 plus 2 into 2 raised to 50, इसको ऐसे लिखेंगे. So total S100 of the given series is 2500 plus 2 raised to 51 minus 2, which is 2498 plus 2 raised to 51. This is your answer. Do we get this? Do we understand this? Very, very well. Very good. Okay, so here you need to understand that many times in questions it can be given that two different progressions are intermingled. Okay, now moving on from here, we learn one more new concept, and that is of means. What is an arithmetic mean? What is an arithmetic mean? For any given number, for any given two numbers A and B, arithmetic mean is AM, right? Arithmetic mean is a number such that when you do A comma arithmetic mean comma B, if you do this, it becomes an AP. Okay, so arithmetic mean AM between any two numbers AB is such that when you put the arithmetic mean between A comma B, you get a arithmetic progression. Okay, that is called arithmetic mean. So what will be the value of arithmetic mean? Simple to understand that because this is an AP, it means arithmetic mean minus A is equal to B minus arithmetic mean. Why? Because common difference. AM minus A or B minus AM same hona chahiye, which is a common difference D, right? So if I have to solve these two, I get 2 times of AM is A plus B. So what is arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean is A plus B by 2. So for any given numbers A by B, their arithmetic mean is given as A plus B by 2. Do we get this? We do, right? We get this through and through. So arithmetic mean between any numbers A and B is given as A plus B by 2. Now similarly, we have a geometric mean given as GM. So geometric mean is a number such that what will be it? A और B के बीच में जब तुम geometric mean डालते हो, so this forms a GP. Simple. So it's like GM by A is equal to B by GM, right? Because common ratio has to be same. This gives you GM square is equal to AB. So what is the value of geometric mean between any two numbers? It is under root of A into ठीक है. Geometric mean between A and B is given as under root of A into B. Fair? Now similarly we have a harmonic mean. Harmonic mean will be a number such that between A and B, if you insert harmonic mean, this becomes a harmonic progression. Right? How do you solve for this? This means 1 by A, 1 by HM, and 1 by B is arithmetic progression. Right? So it means 1 by HM is the arithmetic mean of 1 by A and 1 by B. So it is going to be equal to 1 by A plus 1 by B by 2. है ना? यही देखा था हमने और भी दो numbers के बीच का. So this becomes A plus B by 2AB. That is your 1 by arithmetic. So what is a harmonic mean? Harmonic mean is given as 2AB upon A plus. This is the harmonic mean between any two numbers A and B. 2AB upon A plus B. Are we good till here? Do you feel like you've seen this formula somewhere? 2AB upon A plus B? Do you feel like, have you seen this somewhere? Do you remember in time speed distance we learned average speed when two speeds are given was given as 2s1 s2 upon s1 plus s2, right? Average speed when two speeds s1 s2 are given was given as 2s1 s2 upon s1 plus s2. So basically average speed was actually harmonic mean between the other two given speeds. Okay, so that is what harmonic mean is. Okay. Now we have three means: arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic mean, and there is a theorem that exists between them, and I'll tell you what the theorem is. So very interesting. This has applications. Direct question भी आता है कभी-कभी. So what is the theorem? Basically, between any numbers A, B, you have a geometric mean, harmonic mean, and arithmetic, harmonic, and geometric mean, right? So your arithmetic mean will always be greater than equal to geometric mean, will always be greater than equal to harmonic mean. This equal to happens when A and B are equal. If A and B are equal, then A and G and HM are going to be equal. Otherwise, arithmetic mean is always greater than geometric mean, and that is always greater than harmonic mean. Very, very important. This is the first theorem. Second theorem, very, very important for you to know, is basically, let us try to observe something. If I do AM into HM, this is A plus B by 2, A plus B by 2, and this is 2AB upon A plus B. है ना? तो ये AB आया, and AB is nothing but GM का square, right? So basically, geometric mean is equal to under root of AM into HM. For any given numbers A and B, you will have the geometric mean as under root of product of arithmetic mean and harmonic. Very, very important for you to know this as well. Okay. So once you know two numbers and their means, these are the two relations that exist between them. Right? Okay, you noted this down. Now, given that, tell me if geometric mean between two numbers is under root of arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. Through this, can I interpret that AM, GM, and HM are themselves a GP? These three numbers, arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean, are themselves a geometric progression. Why? Because these are the two numbers and बीच में उसमें geometric mean आ रहा है, and geometric mean, the बीच वाला number is under root of this and this. So that happened for GP only, ना? अभी हमने देखा तो geometric mean आया ही वैसे था, right? Because the three numbers A, C, and D were in GP. We said C is equal to under root AB, and that is how we determined that C was the geometric mean, right? The same thing is happening here. The geometric mean is the geometric mean of arithmetic mean and harmonic mean, which means arithmetic mean, harmonic mean, arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic mean are in a geometric progression. This is the third thing that you should. For any numbers, their arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean are themselves in geometric progression. Okay? So these are certain results that you must remember about the means. Okay?